You too. Guess what? We back, baby. I'm gonna probably just do this at the beginning of every video for the intro. I like having a little mic talking as I'm talking to y'all. For today's video, we're gonna be making some delicious fried chicken. And just to let y'all know, I got some of the best fried chicken in the game. It's been proven, it's went viral on social media over and over and over again. We're gonna be making mustard fried chicken. So no egg as a binder, no buttermilk, just mustard, hot sauce, plenty of seasoning, a nice cornstarch and flour batter to get it all nice, crispy and crunchy. And then at the end, we'll probably finish it off with like some hot sauce, maybe some hot honey. Let's get into it. Mustard fried chicken on the menu. Let me show y'all how to get down. And I just want to take a moment to show you guys how I use Audible and their audiobooks to make the cooking and cleaning experience better for me and hopefully better for you too. Audible's audiobook library provides me with a vast amount of options. I'm using Audible and audiobooks now to explore things that I haven't done before and to really open up my mind to dream bigger and do things that I never thought that I'd be able to do in this business. Now, there's some days where I realize I might need a little more seasoning. Then I got to go with a certain audiobook title. I'm able to switch from one audiobook to the next depending on how I'm feeling. What I want you guys to do is just search through all the genres, figure out what flavor actually works for you, and just let your imagination take you wherever you need to go. Download the Audible app today, and for right now, let's get back to cooking. All right, so quick change of plan. We actually gonna be making buttermilk fried chicken. Y'all know how y'all sometimes be like, all right, I'm gonna make this, and then you think you got something in the house and you don't. That was mustard for me. So instead of mustard fried chicken, which I have the full recipe to on my website, which will be linked here below in the comments or description, whatever you call it. We're gonna be doing buttermilk fried chicken. We're gonna add egg, buttermilk, hot sauce, pickle juice, all that good stuff to really have a nice flavorful, juicy, crunchy, crispy piece of fried chicken, all right? Let me show you how to get down on that. Let's do it. So I have a bowl of chicken right here. And I actually just went to a fried chicken spot that was known as a fried chicken spot. And when I went to go bite into the chicken, it had a huge feather hanging out of it. So after I noticed the first feather, then I noticed more feathers after that as I started to remove the breading a little bit from the chicken. Lo and behold, the chicken was still flying the coop, baby. So I didn't eat the chicken. There were a lot of people on social media mad at me that I didn't eat the chicken. But I would rather not eat chicken with feathers on it because if you don't pay attention to the cleanliness and the prep of the chicken, that means you didn't pay attention to other aspects of it either. And I'm not trying to take a chance on the whole food poisoning thing, all right? Especially with all that extra stuff going around nowadays. So I clean my chicken. Purposes of this video, we'll call it a brine if y'all want to. We don't have to say that it's cleaning. We just brine in the chicken and a little bit of water, vinegar, and lemon juice. Nothing to it. So I got these chicken wings here. They actually full of feathers. Got a little something on top of them. You know what I'm saying? Just describe it as what I don't want to eat when I bite into the piece of chicken, all right? So I'm gonna take this chicken that's been soaking in vinegar and I'm just gonna go through each piece. Oh man, look at this one. This one right here could fly tomorrow. All right, hey, winter's coming. They about to freaking migrate for the winter. Any excess feathers, I know grandma probably used to like just burn it off, but if I got gloves and 2 hands, why not just pull the feathers, right? Get in there and pull all of them excess feathers. I'm doing it in a bowl of water with lemon and vinegar, so we'll rinse it after this. I'm gonna just go through each piece. Anytime I feel like a little liminess on the outside of the chicken, that's when I really use the lemon or lime to scrub on it, all right? Not too much. Give a little scrub a dub. And now when I'm done cleaning, you can see like all the little extra bits, the feathers, all the gunk. You see the water is real nice and cloudy. Some people are gonna be like, oh man, of course, it's meat. It's gonna be cloudy. Look, I don't want it. Now that I clean the chicken off my way, I'm gonna clean off my counter, my workspace to avoid any potential cross-contamination, right? So check out Scrub Daddy and their new fall shapes, right? Because it's fall and we're making fried chicken, but make sure y'all check them out. But we're doing a nice acorn-shaped scrub mommy. We're gonna clean up the whole area. Good thing about these is that they're dishwasher safe. So after you finish using it, you can just toss it in the dishwasher to get them nice and clean and disinfected and all that good stuff, all right? So now we're working on the seasoning portion. We're gonna have a good seasoning blend that we're gonna use to season the chicken with, and the marinade is just gonna allow for that seasoning and the flavor to lock in inside the chicken, all right? One of my favorite seasonings is Nature Seasoning. It's an all-purpose seasoning with salt, pepper, garlic, onion powder, and a little bit of dry parsley. I'm also gonna be using some Kinder's garlic and herb. It's just got more garlic flavor along with some dried herbs. Some ground mustard. Remember we were gonna do mustard fried chicken, but instead we're just gonna use ground mustard to help, you know, get in there with the chicken and tenderize tenderizer, all that good stuff, all right? But save it for the food scientists. We're gonna hit it with a touch of cayenne pepper, a little smoked paprika, and I don't think that you can do chicken unless you have some of this right here. This Sasson, Goya, whatever brand you wanna use, all right? I don't know what flavor it gives. It just gives that flavor to the chicken. We're gonna use a couple packs of that. So we got our chicken that's been cleaned how I want it, patted dry. I'm gonna hit this chicken with a hefty amount of nature seasoning. And don't worry, if you think it's gonna be too much seasoning, guess what? A lot of this brine is actually gonna be left in the bowl when you go to batter it in the dry anyway, all right? And y'all see what I'm talking about soon, okay? It may look like a lot, but trust me. Next, we're gonna go with some garlic and herb seasoning. This is Kinder's garlic and herb. I like to use my friend Kimmy's Creations garlic, butter, and herb seasoning, but I'm out and I'm embarrassed, okay? So let's not talk about it and let's definitely not tell her. Next, we're gonna go in with some ground mustard. And like I said, the full recipe with specific measurements and ingredients is on my website, but I'll also leave it in the description down below. I'm gonna go with a touch of cayenne, put a little heat to bring some of that flavor out for your palate, a little touch of smoked paprika, and then, oh man, I'm about to sneeze, Sasson, sprinkle some of that up in there. I'll just use 1 pack for this chicken, and then I'll use the other pack for the dry. Next, we're gonna go in with some hot sauce. Gives you some buttermilk, doesn't have to be too much, enough that you can coat all the chicken with. And you can do pickle juice, but I got some jalapeno slices. I'm just gonna do some of that brine vinegar from the jalapeno slices, okay? Now, remember, no glove, no love. I'm using black gloves. You don't have to if you don't want to because you're in the comfort of your own home, right? I'm gonna just use my hands and get us a nice thorough mix just to make sure all the chicken's coated in this bath. Move all that chicken around. And then once all the chicken's coated, it should look just like this. Under the underarms and all of that. And you could tell it's seasoning all through that thing. But let this sit in this buttermilk bath, I wanna say for at least a half an hour to an hour, just to allow a lot of that flavor to lock in so that you'll have nice, flavorful, juicy chicken and you don't have to worry about, you know, seasoning it after or hitting it with that extra little bit of salt or hot sauce too much. So just let that sit for a good 30 minutes to an hour, wrap this up, set it aside, then we'll get to dredging and frying. So now it's time for like the dry dredging station. We already got the wet buttermilk bath. The chicken's going in, so we're gonna do the dry dredge. That's gonna consist of flour, cornstarch, and all the seasonings that we use for the chicken. And if I say things weird in the video, don't laugh at me. I'm doing Invisalign, so I got these retainers in my mouth, all right? If you got any questions about that, leave a comment down below. Make sure also to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel, all right? Join the OneStopChop family. We cooking nothing but good meals and showing y'all really how to get down in the kitchen, all right? So we got 2 cups, 3 cups, got 4 cups of flour. I might do 5, about 5 cups of flour, all right? Because we got a lot of chicken, okay? So we're gonna do about 1 1/4 cups of cornstarch, all right? The ratio is 1 to 4. We got flour, we got cornstarch. Now we're gonna add the same seasonings that we put in the chicken. So we got the nature seasoning, garlic and herb, ground mustard, touch of cayenne, some smoked paprika, and last but not least, that Sasson. You gotta say it like that too. Like when you say it, Sasson. A little emphasis. Okay, let me get something to mix this all up with. Just use a whisk and give it a good mix. Once you see that this changes colors pretty much, you know you got it seasoned enough. Now back in the day, we didn't even really do all of that onion and garlic powders and stuff like that. Man, we did Lowry's and some black pepper, all right? And maybe some of that garlic salt. Remember when Lowry's came out with garlic salt? We did Lowry's seasoned salt. Then we did Lowry's garlic salt and a little black pepper. That's all we used to do on fried chicken. We weren't doing all of this that we be doing now, but that's probably the reason why we had, you know, gout and the sugar foot, right? All right, so we got the dry dredge and it's all ready to go for us to coat our chicken in it and then get it all fried up. First, we're gonna heat our oil just to make sure our oil starts to heat to about 325 to 350 degrees. So while our chicken's marinating, we got the dry dredge ready. Let's fill up one of our Dutch ovens with enough oil, about 2/3 of the way, to get this frying. So I'm gonna get Big Mama, shout out to Lotto, Big Mom. You wanna fill this Dutch oven no more than 2/3 the way up, right? Because when you add the chicken, oil rise, okay? Especially when it starts to bubble up. So don't fill it up more than 2/3 the way, all right? Because I don't want you to have an oil spill and be like, I followed the recipe from Chop, he filled it up this much. No, you didn't, because I told you no more than 2/3 the way up. And you can go halfway up and be good, all right? Because I know some of y'all be tucking your chicken wings and stuff like that. I don't tuck, boom. We're gonna get this heated to about 325 degrees at least. Start frying the chicken, okay? So I like to use this oil thermometer to help me determine the temperature of the frying oil at all times. So even when I drop the chicken in there and the temperature decreases, I know what it decreases to. I know that in between batches, I can increase the temperature or add more oil if I need to. Sitting at that 325 to 350 degree marker the whole time we're frying. So get you one of these. It should be on my Amazon storefront. The link will be in the description below. So now that our chicken sat in a buttermilk bath for a little bit, it's time to dredge it up. And then we're gonna allow it to sit while our oil's heating up for about 10 minutes, just to let that batter adhere to the chicken. And that's what helps the chicken batter stay on it and not fall off, all right? Give it some time to stick. A few of these delicious wings. I'm gonna get a little of that excess off and just toss it right on in here. It's a long pan. I could probably do like 6 at a time. It's a big old family pack of chicken. And it's a Monday. I'm frying chicken on a Monday, y'all. But you just wanna take your hands, get it in there, and coat that chicken with that seasoned flour and cornstarch mixture. Coat it well before you start to press it on there. Be like a kid that used to play in the dirt. I don't know about y'all, but I used to actually play in the dirt. And you know what that got me? Ringworm. All right, so maybe don't be like a kid playing in the dirt. Okay, so once you coat the chicken, now you wanna get this into this pan. You can get it on a sheet tray, a wired sheet tray. I'm just putting it in this pan for right now. That's some good looking chicken right there, baby. It ain't even been fried yet. Clap these together, get all that excess shaken off. I've been frying chicken for a very long time, but like many people, I used to be very intimidated with chicken frying. If you guys are also intimidated with frying chicken, I would suggest start off with wings. Don't start off with legs or thighs or breasts. Those take longer to cook. Start off with wings or even like little drumettes, and that'll help you get your confidence up for cooking whole wings. That's how I did it. Now our chicken's completely coated. Our oil is getting nice and hot because I can smell it behind me. We almost ready to fry, baby. So now our oil is heated up to about 350 degrees, right? Now we're ready to start dropping a few pieces of chicken in here. If you happen to have oil that gets too hot, turn the oil off and allow it to cool down before you place the chicken in, because if you put the chicken in, it will burn. Another method to cool your oil off is to add more oil to it, more fresh oil, to help cool it down a little bit. So those 2 tips in case it's too hot. When you drop chicken in here and it's super hot, you're gonna have chicken that's brown on the outside. It looks like it's cooked, but it's gonna be raw on the inside. So just be careful with that. But we're gonna take these chicken wings and carefully place them into this oil. I love that sound. 3, 4. I'm gonna go with about 5 pieces. Now we're gonna let these go for about 10 to 12 minutes or until they're golden brown, fully cooked, and reaching the internal temperature for about 165 degrees Fahrenheit. So just let these do their thing, but make sure you monitor the temperature and move these things around just to make sure that they're not sticking to each other as well. Look at that breading right there. So after about, 5, 6 minutes in or about halfway through, you'll notice that the chicken looks really good and golden brown already, but it's not fully cooked yet. So we're gonna let these bad boys keep going. Look at that. You see the breading kind of stays on the chicken, not going anywhere. Look at that bad boy right there. Look how good she look already. We're not even done yet. Oh my goodness. Good chicken right there. All right, so when I pull them, I like to pull them onto a wired rack on top of a sheet tray to allow all that excess grease to drip off. Now I know back in the day we just did like a paper towel on top of a plate, but I feel like this method keeps the chicken nice and crisp and doesn't allow them to get all soggy, you know what I mean? If you know what I'm saying, just let me know in the comments below, all right? Drop a comment and say, team no soggy chicken. Yeah, my mother just fell in the door. I just heard her trip in the door. I gotta make sure she all right to come get some of this fried chicken. That's crazy. Let's drop some more chicken. Get a few more pieces in there. And like I said, move the chicken around to make sure that it doesn't stick to they don't stick to each other. So we got the second batch ready to come out. Having this oil thermometer, this helps you when you take it out, let the oil come back to temp before you drop it back in. So the oil stays pretty evenly temp. One thing I want to show y'all is that when I was putting the chicken in, the chicken got stuck to another piece of chicken, so half the batter came off of the chicken. That's why you move it around and try to not overcrowd the pan, because that chicken will get stuck just like that. But that's a good looking piece of chicken right there. Look at that bad boy right there. Hold on, I'm about to get my mother, you're gonna hear her reaction. Ma, how the chicken taste? How the chicken taste, Ma? Come on, they're gonna hear you in the video. How the chicken taste?
Like the hot chip challenge. This shit's good.
How is it like the hot chip challenge? That means it's hot. You're gonna have people confused.
I put this shit on everything.
Oh my goodness. Is it good? Yes or no?
Yes.
She said it's good, so it's good. Hold on. This is what the fried chicken looking like right now. I'm gonna have to break one of these open to show y'all what these things is hitting on. So now that we're done with the fried chicken, we got some beautiful golden brown pieces of fried chicken. Look at that right there. Beautiful golden brown piece of fried. That's how you fry some chicken right there. Sheesh, hold on. You're just breaking up like Cardi B on Offset. I'm pretty juicy right there. All right, so this one, you're gonna put a little hot honey on there. This Mike's hot honey. They sent it to me. Look at that, right there. Honey dripping off that thing. Look at that. I don't even need the drums, y'all. This gotta be the most legit fried chicken recipe you're gonna see on the internet. Telling you, it's foolproof. Work every time like a charm. Y'all try this recipe out and let me know when you do. You already know. It's a wrap. Let's go.